Hello, everyone. And we are here with Anna and with another episode of Flow, Grow, Thrive. And we have another question, which is I don't know what I want. Can you help with that? I don't know what I want. Ooh, this is a very powerful question. We probably all been struggling with this question of not knowing what we want and what to do with that. Because when you get stuck and you don't know what you want, and you basically don't know where to move and what steps can you take, and everything gets just mishmashed like in the different directions of like coming from the different directions, and it can get really really hard. So I don't know what I want. Anna, I think I will be asking first you. What would you say? I
I
don't know
like
what
that,
I want.
just for first of all, first of all, hello. I like how you tune in to the question of really feeling it in your body. And that's actually what I want to begin with. So, Anna from a few years ago, that was just like in the shadow masculine would say, well, just figure it out. Just like decide something and just go for that, right? Because kind of like, the freeze mode from the fight or flight, just choose something. It's the analysis paralysis, just go anyway. However, that is also like a very kind of, we get on the hamster wheel when we do that without doing what you just did, is really tuning into the body, like, okay, what does this feel like? And the importance of that. And because I'm just coming from, the perspective of other people, it's like, yeah, but this is kind of slow, and this is doesn't like, what does that really do? Isn't that like, we're solution oriented here? And it's like, you can't be solution oriented until you connect to the body, until you ask yourself. And because this is uncomfortable for a lot of people, so many of us just checked out of our bodies, right? We checked out of our emotions. We deem that as unimportant. Our society promotes that. It's like, well, what are you doing instead of what are you feeling? And the importance to tune into that, because that in that question, there's really the need for the both masculine energy, that is like that purpose, sense of direction, like, what do I want? I have to decide and go through with that. But there's also the feminine energy that is really needed there. It's first, we need to get that inspiration, that feeling of connection. What feels good to me right now? Because so many of us, right, it's kind of like we're looking for the outside. We're looking towards the outside for answers. Like, what do I want to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to want? And a lot of people have never actually tuned in within, like, what do I want? What feels good? Like, if you take away all of the voices around you, what feels good to me? And when we don't do that, we end up living lives for other people, right? It's like the top 5 regrets of the dying. In that book, that nurse who was with people on their deathbed said the number one regret of the dying is, I wish I lived a life for myself and not one that others expected me to live. So if we just go into, okay, let's just decide. That deciding comes from this limited box of what we think society wants, what we think our parents want, or our friends, or how do we get accepted. And we'd never actually ask, what do I want? So the importance of tuning into the body, and this is something that this is what the whole course is based on, the importance of that you and I are doing, the confident and connected women, that tuning into, what do I really want and who am I? Because if you don't understand who you are, you can't go into what is it that I want. So I feel like that would definitely be the first step, is like learning to connect with yourself and hear, and then taking action steps. How about you?
I remember actually when I was like going through this question, I was really upset because I didn't know, and I was like running in the circle of not knowing, and I just put myself down in anxiety of not knowing. And
it's like, I gotta figure it out.
I have to I have to know exactly that I will be that, and I will be that all my life. Right. So that's another really interesting perception of the society, that you will choose something and then you have to be that or your life.
Yeah, it's like there's a bucket to choose from, right? It's like, it's like, oh, I have to choose from these things, but none of them feel right or resonate completely. So like, what do I do?
Yeah. So I would actually like to give our audience like this simple tool of like, what do you want? What do you feel? I would even ask, what do you like? what is it that really like lights you up? What is it that you like doing? Or maybe you even forgotten that you liked many years ago doing that, and start slowly connected to these little like hobbies you enjoyed and you disconnected from, because that can give you actually some clue of connected to something what cherishes you, something what lights you up, and that can actually open another chapter in your life. Because I remember that when I was actually thinking, oh my god, what should I do, then I just tune in and I was like, what did I like doing, what did I like, and what did I like enjoy it, what was just like fun for me. And I remember that I liked reading a lot, so that's when I went to the like bookstore and bought these like mindfulness books, and these just opened the world for me. Because then from another one on another book, I just learned something new, and it always just helped me towards of like what I want or what I even feel. Because I just gave myself a chance to keep trying. Because if you don't try, you won't know. If you wait, you will wait forever. But if you keep trying and tuning in, what is it that really like feels good, then you at least like take the steps towards that. And that's really important. And yes, and I really applause to you for doing that.
I love
Yes.
that. And yeah, that definitely resonated with me because that's something I did as well. Just follow your bliss. And we go into, yeah, but I don't have time to follow my bliss. And again, just from our society, like the feminine energy is not important. It's about the masculine doing, like I don't have time to follow my bliss. It's kind of like, but that's what gets you into that place of productivity. That gets you into that place of creation, and you can't deny one or the other, right? I'm actually thinking of like the movie Karate Kid, when he's being given like all these tasks that are actually they're building his foundation. He's like, well, no, this is useless, right? Like, I just want to, I want to be somewhere else. And yeah, and something else you said that, there is no later or something like that, or just that you're just going to be stuck if you don't move forward. And just the action delayed is action abandoned. So we oftentimes don't take the time to do that, to, well, what do I really want? And so on, we deem that as important. And well, why are you living if you don't go into what is it that I actually want? Like, am I actually living a life that fulfills me? And it's like, no, then what's the point, right? Like, what is the point? You came here to be so connected to life, to enjoy life, to feel good, to be confident. So why are so many of us not living that?
Yes, I love that. And this is just a simple tool I'm giving you in our 7 weeks course. There will be so much more. And you can just go so much more deeply, as Anna mentioned, is confident and connected woman. And we just welcome you to join in, because it will be amazing, right?
Yeah, DM us for more information. And there's going to be a link as well. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.